transitions. You know, for those of us that have gone through our process of being leaders in church, and the Lord has given us something to walk out. The Lord has given us our assignment. The Lord has labeled us. We know we're a prophet. Don't call me, don't talk about, woman of God, I see you birthing in the spirit. You don't say, my name is midwife. All I talk about is birthing on Facebook. Next, get out my face. After all of that, and you being assigned to people, you then having responsibilities that are no longer just about you. You now have to have a system. And you got to have a system that's effective every time. God, I need a guarantee on my promise now. Because it ain't going to work no more for me to just pay my tithes and pay my offerings and go home and believe you. I'm beyond the believing you for a stage. I've been believing since I was 3. Literally. Y'all that's AOH. Y'all remember we took the little coins and put them on the Bible and lift your hand. I don't know what kind of sacrifice there was, but it was some Sunday nights. Pastor, you don't act like you don't know nothing about that. You grew up with us. Don't be acting like you don't know us. So he remembers. He want to get proper. So you take your little coins, and I thought I was grown anyway, so I walked through there like I was one of the mothers with my shawl on. I put my coins on the Bible and squinted my eyes like I saw the sign through and held my hand up. I was believing God for stuff all the way back to that. Okay? So when you turn 20-some and you go to school and you exhaust all of your possibilities, your natural possibilities, and when you graduate and you owe student loans that cost more than the money you make every 2 to 3. Let's every 2 carry the 1. Wait a minute. Rotate the 0.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
Use your toes.
Yes.
Add up how much I make. Wow, I'm actually just thinking about this. Hold on. Carry the 3. Souls time to 5. Yo, I think my student loans total about 4 years of my income. Yeah. So, Nara, we ain't gonna be able to just believe God.
Right.
Because at this point, my flesh talking louder than God.
Come on.
Can we be real?
Yes.
Please.
At this point, I'm saved. I know it. I know his first name, his last name,
His nickname.
His address.
I know the temperature of his breath. Come on.
Oh, thank you.
I know. It ain't much you can say to me that they're gonna make my spine quiver. It ain't too much I haven't already experienced. I'm to the drums of my brakes. What happens when you get to your brake shoes, your rotors? I'm down to the rotors. They scrubbing. Okay, at this point they about to go out. At this point I'm about to wreck something.
That's it.
Okay,
That's
either
it.
I'm gonna steal and run into a tree. I'm gonna hit something to make me stop because at this point everything out of control. Okay,
That's it.
at this point, this part of my life out of control, that part of my life out of control. Every part of my life right now is out of control. Even the mountain that I trusted in my whole life being church.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know.
That's the mountain I trusted in. Now, I stretched myself and you know, I did my part. I went to school so God could bless my career. And I trusted that he would give me what to say and he'll give me what to do. He'll give me where I need to focus. I trust that, you know, he has my career decided for me. So I did my part so that I could receive the increase. Bible says, man that don't work, don't eat. Well, as you can see, I like to eat. And so I made an investment so that I could eat for life. But not just so that I could eat natural food, but so I can eat in every area. I can have prosperity. I can, live where I want to. I can drive what I want to. I can live in the neighborhood that I want to. Watch this. I can provide for who I want to. Now, this is the kind of frustration that makes it real for a believer. When you're a giver, when you like to do stuff for other people and your resources are limited. When you're the person that like to pay for everybody's food, but you wondering if your light bill gonna be covered on Tuesday.
Help us, God.
Okay? So at that point, you questioning God for real because you like, okay, I'm trying to do the right thing. And I'm trying to make sure that those around me and those connected to me are taken care of. I shouldn't have to wonder where my next meal going to come from when this is a consistent investment. So then you start asking questions. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Where's the barrier? What's keeping the flow? What's keeping the increase from coming? At that point, you got to start questioning your mountain. I'm grateful to come into the understanding that there is more. And for years, us as church people have been crying and saying, Lord, it's got to be more than this. It just got to be more. I know, I did all I could. That's how we sound in the spirit. That's why God be like. That's how we sound in the spirit. It's got to be more than this. Sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I got one question before I start praying. Because I'm out of resources. I'm out of what I'm supposed to do. And I think God do stuff like that on purpose. I don't really like God's comedy. Can I be honest?
It's funny to him.
It's funny. He's slapping his knees right now. Like I'm talking about tears running down his face. And I'm like, sir, excuse me. It didn't reach me.
I'm still waiting on the
Punchline.
God has a way of releasing comedy and funny jokes that ain't quite funny, especially to our flesh.
That's right.
So he's waiting on us to get us burned out.
That's good.
He's waiting to introduce our Lazarus experience.
Mm.
I want to wait till your situation is funky.
Jesus.
I want to wait until your life is such a mess till you won't even put your hands on it. It's so foul, you like, God, it stinketh by now. I ain't going to even worry about it. He want to wait till you at your point of give up.
Mm-hmm.
He want to wait till you you done exhausted all of your little tools and options.
Yes, God.
And then he presents you with a deluxe package. What we're covering tonight is the deluxe package. It is the deluxe package that has always been available to us. He says, I wish above all things that you will prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. He's always had the formula. We've always had the word, but we haven't always had the revelation. And while we thought we were, let me deal with this while it's on my mind. It's in my notes, thank the Lord. We deal with things without exhausting things. God forces us to exhaust it. God forces us to get down to the nitty-gritty because we won't just walk the process out. And let me explain what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, this is who I am, so I'm going to have to go back to that. Prophets. Prophets, my prophetic people, my intercessors, and those that operate in any area of the apostolic. Okay? Let's talk from experience. So y'all can open y'all big mouths and elaborate on tonight. For those of us who go through our shifts, for those of us who's afraid of our mountains, in the spirit we get to getting afraid of heights. Can I use that terminology?
That's good.
We become afraid of heights. Who knows what I mean when I say we get afraid of heights? What do I mean, Cameron?
I'm assuming you're referring to ascension in the spirit.
I'm absolutely referring to that. Talk to us about your ascension in the spirit now, God. You had the answer. Come on, talk to us.
Well, during spiritual ascension, it's just like ascension in the natural. When you're going up a very steep hill, or any hill for that matter, especially if it's long, if it's a long way up, you change altitudes. As you go higher, you have to change your breathing. Your ears sometimes pop. Sometimes you feel a little heavier. Sometimes you feel a little lighter. And it's the same thing in the spirit. So it's getting your spiritual body accustomed to the height at which you're approaching. Or sometimes spiritual descension can take you down through there if you're not prepared for it. So sometimes the changes, it's just like on a roller coaster. You got on a roller coaster, you went up the hill, it's like, oh, okay, and then drop. Okay, now that I know what it's gonna do, I won't do that no more. I won't do that at all.
Did you say amen? Why did you say amen, woman of God?
You know, because it make you feel, especially when you're prophetic, it makes you, it can make you, if you're not sensitive enough, it can make you feel real crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, especially if you know what type of prophet that you are. And me, a lot of times, I'm real sensitive to certain things in the spirit. So what I'm dealing with, or what my family or my sisters or brothers may be dealing with, it's going to manifest in my body. So I may have a horrible headache, or I may, my knees may start hurt. I know when my knees hurt, I know it's time to pray for you. It be that kind of stuff that happened to me that I know that, okay, because it was hurting this morning. I said, oh, man, and I started praying for you then. But it... But you have to know.
More knees hurting that mother now.
But you have to know it'll make you feel crazy. That's why I say, amen. You go up, you're like, okay, God, this is, I can deal with this elevation. And then we say, okay, wait a minute, click, and take you up a little bit more. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, and then drop. And you have to deal with it. It makes you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me ask this question, because most of us in here have been saved longer than 5 years, probably more than 10. Why don't we trust the skill of the Lord or the skill of the Holy Spirit to be our guide? Why aren't we in a secure enough place that we trust the fallback in His hands? You know how you could just, if you ever played this game, you have somebody stand behind you and you just fall dead weight and you trust they're gonna catch you. It's what now?
Trust God.
Yeah. So why don't we, if He opened that portal up, because mind you, if you a prophet, then you understand access. Prophetic realms is not a place that you get to take your hands and stretch open. I command this portal over. You command all you want to. When He got you locked, He got you locked. Now, we knew that for atmospheres. As a prophet, you can open portals for other folk. But when it come to you, that's why you can't get a word sometimes for yourself.
Yeah.
So why don't we trust?
I was about to say, I think the reason why we trust, because the trust comes to another level of accountability for ourselves and to God. So if I trust you, that means you're going to hold me accountable for something greater and something bigger. It goes back to what you said. It's a trust in essence. So if I trust you and fall back, then you expect the more essence out of it.
I hope we getting that. Is that on camera? Is that somebody writing that down? Because I can't take notes on everything. Y'all be saying some good stuff. I be wanna